The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
Perhaps one of the oldest rivalries in the history of our speedrun tournaments. The two titans are clashing once again. We have number 4 FFR Pro going up against number 3 Cards of the Heart. Welcome back, everybody, to the Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament. I'm BB Forky, joined alongside TA, and as I just mentioned, TA, we've seen these guys duke it out in just about every tournament possible. I'm excited for another clash here. What do you think about this matchup that we're going to be seeing today?
Another one for the ages, I think. I mean, this is rematch like 19 between the two of them, and they're both playing in top form, and they have some high hopes here in this tournament. So one of them's going to have to try and work their way through loser's bracket, and neither one of them wants to be the one to do it.
For sure. Very important match, especially with Yoshi getting upset early on. The winner will be moving on to winners finals, and this match was important before, but it just became even that much more important. So we'll be seeing that match very shortly here, but before we do, a tradition as always, we'll be taking a little look at a tutorial video made by Cards of the Heart to show you how this game operates.
Tetris Attack is a match 3 puzzle game released for the Super Nintendo in August 1996 for North America and November 1996 for Europe. It was also broadcast on the Japanese Teleview service from November 1996 until the service was discontinued in June 2000. As a match 3 puzzle game, if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you'll need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also send garbage to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can quickly add up if stacked correctly. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear and then have the panels directly above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will also make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you'll have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponents that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. That said, due to the way this game handles combo garbage as well as the overall speed of these opponents, you will almost exclusively see our players make them run out of time through timely garbage attacks. Easy mode has 10 stages, normal mode has 11 stages, and hard and V-hard, as we call it, have 12. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players.
We're getting into the thick of our main bracket stage right now, and almost halfway through. We still got plenty of matches to be played here, but this is going to be our last weekend with 2 matches back-to-back, as we're going to be seeing a little bit less as we're heading on. But here is our tournament format. We're going to be seeing all our matches on the 1-player versus mode. Our final bracket is entirely double elimination, so you must lose 2 matches in order to be eliminated from the tournament, with a little bit of an asterisk on that, which we'll get to. All final brackets we've seen so far, it's been on the very hard difficulty. So We've had one round for each opponent in winners and in losers each week. If we've had some scheduling conflicts, we may have seen some of those pre-recorded. Thankfully for today, we're going to have 2 live matches, so it's going to be really exciting. All these matches will be best of 7, which will be first to win 4 races until grand finals. And I mentioned the asterisk because when we get to grand finals, the winner of the winner's bracket and the winner of the loser's bracket are going to be playing off. So instead of having a traditional reset method, we're going to be having the winners start off with a 1-0 lead in a best of 9 format. So the winner will only have to win 4 races in that instance, and the loser will have to win 5. Well, that's a bit down the road, so we'll be talking a lot more about that when we get closer to the finals. We also have a prize pool once again for our tournament. Entire portion has been crowdfunded and will be distributed based on performance. If you want to donate to the prize pool, you can type !pool in chat to get a donation link, or you can contribute with Twitch bits and Twitch subscriptions. You can see the payouts in the middle there, first place taking a whopping 40%. And since we're almost to that goal right now, that's going to be a pretty healthy chunk of money going to the winner here. So that's just another reason why this match is going to be even more important today. But every top 8 finisher will be getting paid out in some amount of money. Redemption bracket winner also taking home 3%. And we're going to be having 2% raffled off to a random player that did not win any of those prizes at the end. So very exciting. We appreciate everyone who has donated so far. And yeah, if you have any more money left to spare, we much appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into this match now. I mean, we've said it once.
I know most of these.
We've said it so many times, but FFR Pro versus Cards of the Heart.
Oh, I know these 2 players in particular. I know most of the bracket, but these 2 in particular are not playing for the money. They're playing for pride. And playing for pride is a point of history with the 2 of these players. They've gone back multiple head-to-heads a year in multiple tournaments, going back years before I was on the scene, certainly well before then. Basically, you know, back to some of the oldest matches and tournaments that this group has put together. You know, looking at the bracket here, I mean, we're starting to get down to the nitty gritty. We had 1 elimination yesterday, and we're gonna have another one in the second match today, and we're down to 6. And nobody wants to be on the outside looking in when it comes to Final Four. Those are really the players that have a good shot at getting through, and FFR and Cards are about to duke it out to have someone go down and face Tay. Like, that's not a easy gimme match. No one wants to have to deal with that. So I mean, winner goes into winner's final and is sitting in a great spot to duke it out with Foxy for that grand final bid. That's 1 less person to have to go through to get there. The loser's final, the loser's bracket, you have to go through an extra match to make it to that grand final, kind of as a somewhat of a penalty, if you will, for losing. But this one's gonna be a tough one to call. I mean, they've gone back and forth multiple times. We look at the head-to-heads here. I mean, if you look at both of them, their second place finishes are usually, or second or third place finishes, usually they got knocked out by the other one. I mean, really, if you go through, like, the TA 2016, I'm pretty sure was not their first meetup even, but I think if that one probably was the 2 of them duking it out. You know, I know it's a few times that it's happened, even recently, TA 2021, you know, which FFR won. That was the grand finals matchup. So, you know, just from the tournament a year ago, the grand finals matchup is happening here in winter semifinals. Like, we're down to the final 6. We're not down to the final 2 like it was before. Such an early meetup for these 2, but nothing's going to surprise me out of this, realistically. Cards has a slightly faster times on the leaderboards. I think that may be a factor of him being a little bit better grinder, and a little bit more of a nuanced technician, versus FFR, who is very bursty. very you know, he can hit some highs and he can hit some high speeds, and he knows his tech, and relies on what he's got and runs it down. So this is going to be, you know, duke it out. I'm expecting at least 6 games. My personal thoughts are that this one's going to be FFR in 7, but I would not be surprised with anything here today, outside of great play and probably a couple sub-8s.
Yeah, I love how you mentioned the times. It's like so visually satisfying to see the second places all are along the board for cards, and then third places all for FFR here. These two, I mean, me being someone who's been around to witness every single one of these matches too. They met in grand finals 3 times in the speedrun tournaments. The worst finish is 5th place along both of them. Cards has never finished lower than 3rd place. They've met 7 times in total in the speedrun tournaments, and FFR has a 4-3 advantage right now. And if you're looking at Tetris attack only, FFR still with a slight advantage of 2-1 over cards. So it really doesn't get much closer than this, as you mentioned. FFR and cards go back and forth. They've played in PvP tournaments too. They played in non-puzzle league titles against each other too, and I think still like would trade games back and forth. So, I mean, at this point, it's like, it's probably the greatest rivalry we've seen in this series in general, and I'm excited to be taking part in another chapter of it. I think I gotta agree with you, TA. I think FFR, he's been playing more hot as of recently. His average times were just better overall for V-Hard in the group stages. So I'm gonna give it to FFR in 7 as well. I'll go ahead and match your pick there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tight one. And you mentioned this is, I think, hands down, the biggest rivalry in the puzzle speedrun community. I mean, we've got a lot of fun rivalries that have been, you know, really developing over the last couple of years, and there's some to look out for that are people who are at similar skill levels. But these two at the top of the game, you know, Yoshi and the two of them tend to be the top 3 whenever they show up, and that's for most tournaments. So it's been a great one, and I'm curious, you know, 3-4 years down the line, there's a good chance that it's still these two duking it out for championships. I would love for someone to come in and just be able to, you know, kind of upset the apple cart here and bring a little bit of shakeup at the top. But these two are just so good. They're so good. And they've had staying power already, and they're showing they probably will have it quite a bit going forward.
Yeah, despite how RNG this game might be, consistency still comes out on top, and there's a reason why we see these guys have 6 first places combined between both of them, which is literally all but one of the tournaments, which happened to go to Tay-Man. So, I mean, yeah, we're in for a juicy one. It's unfortunate they're meeting a little bit earlier, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if these two would meet once again later in bracket, now seeing that Yoshi is a little bit vulnerable. I mean, anything can happen here on out, and that's why I'm just so excited for the rest of this top 8 to unfold.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I don't know if there's anything more we can say. This one's going to be a great matchup, and like you said, I would not be at all surprised if these two meet up again in grand finals, or even if the winner of this happens to lose to Foxy. These two meeting back up again in the losers bracket is certainly a possibility. So this is, I mean, even what we see today, as great as it's going to be, probably won't be the end of these two duking it out this tournament.
For sure. Couldn't agree more. We could talk probably for hours about these two and what they've accomplished, but instead of talking, why not we show you guys the gameplay and see what's about to unfold here. So we got 4-seed FFR Pro going up against number 3-seed Cards of the Heart, coming to you guys right now. Oh boy. That's really all I can say about these two leading up to it. Just oh boy.
Well, I will say, anyone who's watching who, you know, is looking to improve their game, and honestly, I think that should be, you know, all of us. I've had multiple conversations with people. You know, sometimes the best way to improve is to watch someone who does the thing you lack really well. And these two are two great ones to point to. I mean, if you feel like you need a little bit of improvement on board vision and seeing combos and seeing where things are, Cards is one of the masters at it. If you feel like you need to improve, how to use your cursor speed and how to, really apply that in game, FFR is one of the best people to look at and watch. So this is really, I mean, for anybody who's working on their own game, this is going to be a clinic on both sides of the board.
All right, looks like both are readied up. We're going to be seeing this match very shortly, excuse me. But yeah, here we go. And we're even synced to begin with. You love to see it. That must mean we're in store for a great match today. Let's see what Lackett 2 can do.
We're doing something right if we start off synced up without having to do any extra stream delay work.
So true,
little bit of not really what he wanted on the open there with FFR. Good follow. Cards got what he wanted to start there. Got the 13. If anyone has any thoughts that Cards being ahead by 6 seconds means this is over, you're dead wrong. You haven't seen V-Hard before. But every second will probably count at the end. They add up, so we'll see how this keeps going down.
It's going to be very interesting to take a note of each other's play styles too going on. Both of these players known just for being very technical. FFR definitely has faster cursor speed overall, but just the combo play from both of them makes them like super even on paper. As you see Cards rattling off another sub 20 here, FFR not going to be that much further behind though.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I've been paying attention on FFR's combos because that at times is something that has gotten him. And right now it seems like he's reaching for some combos that at times his cursor speed has let him get, and he's just not quite making it. And I think that's just a factor of him getting a little bit into the flow. I think that'll even out as he goes, but that might be something to watch as we go if he's able to keep up those combos where he wants to, and the unfortunate clear from Doggo. Oh man, bad Bucci.
Mm-hmm. For a majority of this match, you're gonna not see them struggle too much of topping out the opponents. The only times you're really going to see it is if one of the early opponents does happen to just do a bunch of clears and they're down to like 3 or 2 lines on their board. But even then, both of these guys are good at their backups. And I mean, look at Cards rattling off that lag chain. Lots of combos already mixed in to it. Only the top right pillar, there's going to be some down
I don't think he had okay. I didn't know if he had enough. I honestly, because the rest of that didn't fall, I wasn't sure if it was going to fall soon enough for him. It did. Luckily for him there. Real close with the twin pillars there on FFR side of 16. Wiggler, wasting a second or two there, but 16s, you take those for sure.
So far, very good start from both of them. I mean, they haven't had too big of trolls. They've had some early clears happen on both their sides, but because they happened so early in the match, we haven't seen the matches extend out that much. Though Cards might be in a little bit of a tough situation. There's the 2 lines that we're talking about.
He was 1 line short anyway. I think that going down to 2 lines was just. Cards has a tough time. I think FFR is a little bit more able to accommodate that. Cards' follow-ups are always great, but they kind of assume that the AI is going to not go down below 3 lines. I think all of his attacks are tuned that way, which 98% of the time is exactly what you need. But that couple times when it goes down too low, I think FFR is able to adjust a little bit more quickly to that than sometimes Cards can, and that's where Cards occasionally will get into trouble. Luckily, that particular Froggy didn't really burn him too bad.
We got FFR with a pretty good send right now. Very slow down stacking from Blarg, and he's going to keep it up with a 17-second. Maybe Cards almost able to match it. Garbage came out just a little bit later, but still 19-second. That's going to be good enough here to keep him
That's right going to be good enough for a lead change. That's going to be... FFR's ahead now.
Well, FFR did have the lead before this stage, too, because of the 33-second.
Yeah, that's right. I'm having a hard time keeping up. There's so much action on this one. Honestly,
there really is.
Group stage has a certain advantage to it because you often get a little bit more of a mismatch, and so you'll kind of get people's opening attacks happen at different times. These two are so close that I'm kind of watching two separate opening attacks at the same time here. It's crazy, and I think it's going to keep up.
Well, you mentioned lead changes are bound to happen, and here we have
There's another one.
It all depends, like, especially if the AI is clearing on one of our players and not the other. It can be like a 10-second time swing, and we could see that happen again here on Raphael. It just depends when Cards drops this chain here, and if Raphael has a clear, which he does have the purples and the greens at top, he's going to go all the way for the 5 combo.
Man, watching Cards, you can almost see him doing the calculations in his head. Like, okay, this isn't going to go where I want it to, and you see the adjustments just with his cursor.
Oh my... Dude, okay, so Cards is making that facial expression because he thought the same thing I did, where Raphael got a vertical yellow at the top, but the third yellow wasn't even visible on the screen, and he still managed to get the clear. If that isn't the AI cheating.
AI cheat, AI cheat. Oh, my goodness. I need to go back and test this again, but to my understanding, that's actually the human player can do that too, except the fact that you can't know what's up there. Like, if you can't see it, you can't use it, but if you were to happen to go up to second or third tier and make columns of 2 and just happen to see if they click with one above them, it can work. Oh, with the crush over there, 109 on that Raven.
Yeah, we were lost in the excitement. We saw FFR struggling a little bit on Raven. He didn't have a lot sent at the beginning, and then he just got caught in an awkward spot, kept trying to send more and more garbage. Went over a minute, but it looks like he might be able to make some of that time back as Cards having trouble with Hook Bill. Going to finish it out in the 52nd time, though. Let's see if FFR can get that quick cheese here.
50's a good recovery, but these players are not going to be happy. Honestly, I don't think either of them is happy with anything. There's a 13. With anything longer than a 15 was what I was about to say. The 13, I love it. FFR once again breaking out those Lakitu strats, by the way, as well. Much respect.
This is why I love watching Tetris Attack. I mean, the players might not like it in the moment, but it just seems the momentum shifts just about every stage as we see it already back down to a little over a 10-second lead.
There is no momentum. Like, you kind of feel it as an observer, but when you're in the game playing it, that's the thing is I almost feel like the game itself as a player, on the player side, there is no momentum. Don't read momentum where there is none. But from a viewer's perspective, oh my goodness, there's some momentum. The 33 over there on that side, Crush killed 29 over there on Plant, and we are going in with a less than 5-second differential into Hocus Pocus. Let's go, Kamek.
All right, we actually saw some difficulties if you tuned in live yesterday. I'll use Yoshi as an example. We saw a lot of really rough stages at the end of these runs, and with players who like to favor a lot more heavy of a combo game, there is potential for the AI to clear that out quickly and get a lot of panels on their screen. So we got to take a look at both of these players as they send their attacks. Cards looks like he'll be fine, but look at FFR.
FFR. And, okay, Crush kill over on Card's side. All right, Kamek almost, burned a couple more seconds. FFR is going to make it with the slight advantage going into Bowser.
Oh, I heard you guys wanted one more lead change before the end of the race, so here we are.
Hey, we've got potential for one more, but it would be the last.
FFR doing a 4-chain, only one combo at the top. Bowser probably going to opt to do a bigger chain.
Bowser with the twin pillars. FFR saw him and was trying to see if he could get it done. I don't think he sent enough follow-up, though. And Bowser getting clear over on Card's side. Oh, there it is.
The stop time did not refresh there, and FFR going to get the kill.
Yep, and you saw it on Card's face. He saw the .done pop up over, and then a second tier just to rub it in. Oh, Bowser. And Bowser's gonna, yep, okay, second tier one more time. Just bringing it, that left side column, I think. Oh, and Bowser's chaining. Gonna start down stacking. Here's where it might finish off, but I don't see the combo. Yep. That combo garbage isn't dropping quick enough here. And Bowser's just gonna drag this on just to beat Bowser here.
There we go.
Yeah, 104. Oh, Bowsering here.
I mean, sometimes that'll happen at the end.
840 for FFR, 927 for Cards, getting that first star over on FFR's side. I don't know. I will see how they're playing, but with the way that they had kind of started playing mid game once they both started getting into the groove, I don't see a 927 being a common finisher here, and I think 840 might not be enough to win a couple of these next few rounds.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. Like I would be shocked to see an above 9-minute time win any of these games. It will happen because sometimes you just get massive trolls on both sides, but we're going to be seeing sub 9s, maybe even some really low sub 9s, maybe even some sub 8s here in this match because both are really capable of doing so.
Yeah. All right, players getting set up here. Looks like Cards has his red background preloaded. Looks like FFR is going to opt not to. And here we go. Match 1 came right down to Bowser at the end there. And the unfortunate thing is that sometimes once Bowser clears your opening attack, he's just going to keep going. Really, that's the unfortunate thing. But, I mean, that was a lot closer than those finishing times to make it look. Ooh, okay. Not the open that FFR was looking for there.
Nice little lag chain from Cards. He's also going to be cutting his off a little bit short, which isn't even going to top him off before the down stack happens. So yeah, a little bit of a sluggish start by both of them here, but that's what Lakitu will do to you. Specifically noting that Lakitu does not raise the stack here at the beginning, so it is a little bit tougher to top him off. But Cards going to be coming out in the advantage at first here.
Yeah, FFR did not have a good attack or a good follow. He was one line short, even without Lakitu not raising his stack. I think I don't know. We've seen salty FFR before, and he goes on a rampage. So I'm curious. One of these stages around here at some point is just going to get FFR lit up and upset. We'll see which one it's going to be, and if Cards will be able to ride that wave. Because it's real. For those who've been on the other side of it, myself included, salty FFR has some power.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. Cards playing pretty well from the get-go here. He made a very good cut on his chain on a bumpty there, and it ended up resulting in a 15-second time. So he's already built himself up a quite nice lead here, but
yeah,
that'll probably
nice
change
lag
pretty
chain,
soon.
good. Yeah, nice lag chain, good combo follows. This Poochie should go down any moment here. Yep, 18. We'll see. I mean, these middle stages, kind of, stage 5 through 8, Wiggler through Raven, both of these players have a propensity to go off on a tear and start dropping, 3 or 4 sub 13s in a row, and if it's just a matter of if they'll be able to match each other stage for stage, or if one of them is going to really go into cave with an advantage.
All right, Cards going to be waiting for these Wiggler clears. That's going to be a very slow scroll
15.
to the top. Meanwhile, good looking attack from FFR as well. He's going to extend it out to a 5-chain. A bunch of 4 combos at the top here. This should be plenty to top out Wiggler here, unless he keeps doing these clears. Uh-oh.
Yeah, those incidental clears on FFR's side, not just the clears from Wiggler, which have been hurting him, but he's been trying to set up combos and has been accidentally, useless 3-clearing them out and messing himself up. He usually doesn't do that, so a little bit of cleanup might be incoming, but a 12 on Card's side to keep extending this lead, I think.
Sometimes you're just too fast for your own good, man. That's what it comes down to for FFR right now, but he definitely One thing I've given him credit for over the past couple years, which is a big reason why he's won the 2 previous tournaments, is he's been a lot more composed and he hasn't self-destructed in bracket. And FFR can handle those losses now and keep on the momentum here. Is he's going to get an 18 here, but maybe Card's looking to get a nice crush on his side too. 20 seconds for a 9-line kill is very good.
Yeah, 19 crush. We take those for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Salty FFR. I mean, you were around before. If he was having trouble dealing with some of that, he's definitely gotten over it. He now channels that quite well. 13 blarg, catching some time here. Yeah, I think at the moment it's not even too fast for his own good. I think he's scuffling a little bit as far as the pattern recognition. You know, like when you're trying to put together an 8. Like an 8 combo, there's 8 blocks that you're concerned with. Well, that 9 and 10th block that are just in your way, when they happen to be the same color you're dealing with, sometimes they just get in that way. That's really, I don't think it's a speed problem with him right now. I think it's a board and pattern recognition, and he's usually quite good at that, so we'll see. I don't think we'll see that continue too much longer.
Ooh, unfortunate clear on his side right now. So he's actually getting into a pretty big hole right now. Luckily, the cave is still left to be played, so plenty of time for him to catch up. 12. Yeah, that 12. I literally looked over as that was happening too. Very nice from Cards.
Beautiful.
One clear,
and he does not get rewarded. Does not get rewarded. Come on. A 21's not too bad, but he should have been rewarded better for that.
True. At least it gave him a little bit of the satisfaction, and the good news is he's going into cave. The kill was at 444.
Yeah, sub 5 cave is always a good thing to see. Always heartening to look down and be like, okay, we're on great pace. Let's go. I don't know. Do you know are either or both of these runners screen watching?
That is a good question. I haven't talked to either one of them recently about it. I think maybe Cards does, just to see where he's at. So we might see him opt to play a little bit more passive down the line here, now that he notices he has a pretty big lead. Man, that's 2 games in a row where FFR struggled on Raphael topping him off, though.
Raphael, and to a lesser degree Lungefish, their AI is this weird hybrid of, you know, the mid stages and the early cave, and sometimes getting them topped off can just be annoying. The 30-second there on Cards, giving up some of the time on this lead he's built up, though. This is not by any stretch over. FFR finding the combos and chain extenders that he needs and getting over to them, managing to make it with a good drop. Let's see if he can make up some more of this time here on this hook bill.
There it is. Sub 20-second kill. That's going to help, but he's going to need some help from Piranha here, too, as some chains coming in, wasting time on Card's side, and it's just going to be that right pillar that needs down stacking. Let's see if Card's send enough. Oh, Piranha actually gets the chain off of that, too. Going to get another chain here at the end, too.
I think Piranha's going to crush here, but just wasting so much time in the meantime. 33, and just for no good reason.
Oh, nice 8 combo and a lag chain. Another lag chain on FFR side. He's going to cut it off smartly.
Beautiful.
This could be the kill. Let's see. The combos are there. Oh,
there's
one
just
clear.
enough combos. Is he going to have to? I think he's got time. That pillar's going to start down stacking. He's sent a good enough follow. This will be fine.
There it is.
There it is. That was that again. That one took longer than it needed to. He had the kill. He just didn't get the quick. He got the fast kill, not the quick. The fast quick kill. I don't remember. Me and Six were talking about naming convention for this the other day and couldn't figure it out. The slow quick kill. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was such a good opening too, with the lag chains making the chain come out quickly and the combo follow up. So the shake time got erased very quickly from the chain. It was just unfortunate those clears got layered out like they did.
And the Kamek clear over there on Card's side. And I don't know. Kamek's going to try and go second tier here, I think. Has time. No.
Kamek, I think, is going to some chaining on FFR side.
Some chaining and going to clear bottom. Going to go second tier.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, and the lead change, here we go. We're over a minute on this Cards Kamek. The cave is fickle.
One stage can ruin it all. This was the first time FFR took a lead in this race too.
That lead that Cards had built up over the first 10 stages just evaporated. Let's see how Bowser decides to play this, because it's up to him today.
All right, FFR cutting it off early. He noticed that Bowser didn't do a lot here at the beginning, and if he doesn't find a chain here, this could be the kill. No shake time. Oh, there's the combo. Cards with an opportunity to maybe snipe it here. Down stacking from Bowser. Oh no, the chain on his side too.
The chain. Oh, Bowser messed up his chain. Oh, okay, Bowser almost got greedy. If Bowser gone for the 4, that would have been the kill, but he went for the 3. He stays alive, and there's the Bowser kill on FFR's side. Wow. Horizontal. Bowser's just going to keep going for Cards here. Okay. Finished sub 9. That's going to be better, but Cards is still upset, especially with how that Kamek went. Amazing. A 33-second Bowser. He had 4 stages over 30 seconds, including a Kamek over a minute, and he still finishes sub 9. That's insanity.
Official times on that race, 8:45 for FFR, 8:53 for Cards. It was the Kamek that made the difference at the end. FFR playing good down the stretch, and that will give him his 2nd star of the match.
Oh man, this is gonna keep getting spicy. Cards has a tendency to kind of improve as his matches go on. Best of 7 format here. He's got at least 2 more to improve. FFR, I mean, surprisingly consistent. That 840 and then an 845. I mean, we'll see if he can keep it up, or you know, he might drop that into a higher gear and start really getting the good times here. I don't know. Some of the great play from both of them in that last round. I expect this game 3 to really be tight, and I think both of them are probably going to sub 830. I think this one, both of them are playing really well. I mean, trolling can always happen and will always happen, but I think this one's going to be. I don't think 845 is going to win.
Yeah, it's hard to say what Cards has to do differently, because he's been playing very solid throughout. He's been topping off his opponents, and it's really just been some trolling here and there. I mean, there's always the debate of playing more chain-focused rather than combo-focused at the end of the game, but there's really not a lot of evidence to back that up, that it's like a more consistent strat, because it depends what your opponent's going to do at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, if someone was able to implement it quickly enough, I wonder if, like, something like the PvP strats where you layer to make sure that there isn't 2nd tier. I mean, realistically, the combo heavy attacks there in the cave are what gets punished with the 2nd tier clears. So I mean, that's certainly a possibility, but it's harder to build that up quickly.
Alrighty, well, we have Cards getting out to the lead once again here. I mean, with how consistent he's been playing, it does not surprise me that he's been having the lead for the most part throughout the first 8 stages.
Yeah, but FFR, I mean, even with some inconsistency, especially early stage inconsistency, still is had the better caves. Some of that's RNG, but some of that's been gameplay and gameplay style. FFR nearly didn't get to that clear in time, almost took the accidental death. He had the blocks doing their little sigh thing that they do right before your stop time runs out. Worried me a little bit there.
Oh, yeah, you definitely don't want that to happen this early in the race, and especially that was like already 20 seconds within the stage. So that's like around a 25-second time loss if that happens.
Cards accidental clears a couple here, and he's not getting to what he wants to here either. Resets his attack pretty well, gets a nice little lag chain. I don't think he's got enough to top, so there's at least going to be a single clear here. And FFR not topping off Poochie either.
We were complimenting them a lot on how consistent they were, and we're already seeing a couple stages here at the beginning. Both players struggling to top off. That's 2 in a row for FFR because he was struggling a little bit on Bumpty as well to send enough garbage at the beginning.
Yeah, here's these middle stages where both of them so far have been consistently getting some good times. You know, Wiggler through Blarg at least, it seems. Fish has given a little bit of problems so far, but good. Oh, nice little lag chain drop there for Cards. With some good combo follow-up, we've got some drop there. 14 Wiggler over there on FFR side.
Cards, you need to relax, man. That's the second time he rose to the top on this or against Wiggler.
And you know what? You know what? He deserves this. Cards, stop raising your stack so high. All right? I've been waiting all match to say that. I needed to say that. Cards, stop raising your stack so high. Channel me a little bit, okay? You don't have to keep it that low. I know you're not comfortable with that, but come on, not to the roof.
It ended up working out for him, but it does make me scared for the future because we've seen it happen to everyone. We saw it happen to Yoshi yesterday if you watched that live, and it definitely could, you know, catch you off guard, maybe ruin a little bit of your like focus for the rematch that round too, and it's just overall not a good feeling.
Yeah, Cards purposely letting that drop to set up the 8 combo on the follower. Saw high stack there on Frog. And Frog down stacked hard. And Cards doesn't have enough lines. This is going to be a crush, but it took him a little bit longer. Not too punished there on the 20. The 10! Ooh, spicy! Blarg! You're welcome, FFR. I purposely didn't troll you there.
Well, FFR all of a sudden jumping out to almost an entire stage lead here. Cards just unfortunately hasn't had the kills he wanted. That's a very nice sight for that 8 combo plus a lag chain to boot at the end here. It's going to be a tall right pillar, but the follow-up's just a little slow.
From Cards. A little bit of a scuffed open here on Fish from FFR, but a good, strong follow-up. Oh, no, not as strong as I thought. Didn't have as many combos, I think, as he thought either. Alright. Come on, Lunchfish. There we go. 32nd, but that gave up a lot of that time.
Yeah, small opportunity here for Cards. These are... Lunchfish and Raphael, we mentioned their behaviors a little bit different than the first 6, so... I find that these two are some of the hardest ones outside of Cave to get consistent times on, just because their movement speed is just that much faster, and they like to clear a lot. But Cards, early clear on his side, this might be a kill on Lunchfish, but the shake time's still present, so this is going to give him an opportunity to make some clears. Unfortunately, it does not, though, so Cards escaped with a 25.
FFR's Raven. That Raven literally got a clear so fast that the chain garbage was all that fell. The combo garbage didn't get a chance. That's only a couple frame window between when the game calculates dropping the chains and dropping the combos. Normally, you see those drop together, but the Raven just really, really trying to troll there over on FFR's side. Ends up wasting a little time, not too bad.
Ooh, Raven's gonna have
horizontal Raven,
panels.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh. And because of that, Cards, he's going to have to wait just a little bit here. He did make a really good attack here at the beginning, but 5:30 going into Cave, this is Cards' slowest pace of the day so far, and with already being down 2-0, this is not what you want to see. But we've seen him have the lead every time into Cave, so maybe it's his turn to snipe the win right at the end.
Yeah, maybe that's the strat. Don't have the lead in going into Cave. Let the game make the decision that the leader needs to be smacked down. I don't know. 26 over there on Hookbill for FFR is all right. He would like faster than that, but you escape without it getting too ugly. You take those. Cards attack. I think he's finally got enough there to top off, but I think looks like Hookbill's going to end up doing a hard down stack here and might end up getting crush killed. Yep. We had to work for that one, but Cards got it. Cutting off his chain over here on FFR's side. He had a high stack Piranha, so that was probably a good cutoff, but just didn't work out.
This might be the kill, though. That's going to be a big scroll upward. So FFR, pretty solid Cave at the beginning here. Cards has made up a little bit of time, but he's still got a little bit of a window to try to secure this race, and this is big. FFR going up 3-0 at the beginning of the race. I don't think anyone expected this.
No, we expected FFR to play well. I don't think we expected FFR to pick up the first 2, possibly 3 rounds in a row. That's not how I think anyone called it, but you know, maybe that's how FFR called it. We'll see. Kamek with a quick clear, even though topped off here. Not a lot of time. 17. Oh, the 31 over there on card side gonna lose him some time against that.
And just like that FFR in the driver's seat here, he needs to just not have a really outrageous Bowser. And this, I mean, this is race to lose for sure. If he is watching, which I don't think FFR will watch the other player's screen, but he has the opportunity to play a little bit more safe here, and he's going to send a 4-chain here at the beginning.
FFR doesn't play safe. I know I've had this conversation with him. even if he's watching, he doesn't change his play like at all. Oh, raising to the roof again here, just giving himself as much room as he can. Bowser has the pillars. This might do it. Yes, it does! Wow, there's the sub 8.
Cards cleaning up with the 27-2. He's going to look over, shakes his head, because he knows what just happened. FFR playing at the peak of today so far. Cards hasn't been able to win a single race, and
at good Bowser, Cards may finish here in 840 or so. That's, I mean, kind of where FFR's been, but FFR did hit that higher gear and just took off.
Sadly, to ruin everyone's expectation, I did start the timer a little bit late, so it was an 802 and not a sub 8. I'm sorry, TA.
Oh
but
man!
Still, regardless, best run of the day so far.
Hashtag blame Forky. Still fantastic run, but come on.
You know me, dude. I gotta be trolling some people a little bit here.
Crush. Sub 9 for Cards, right around. Well, yeah, that probably shook out at what, 8:58, 8:59.
Yeah, I stopped the timer late to compensate for that one.
Oh man, that was. I think that's an improvement from Cards there, but I mean, he was mentioning his practice the other day. He was rattling off some sub 830s, and I mean, he's gonna need some help here now with 3 stars going to FFR.
Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible. I wonder how many reverse sweeps we've seen in past tournaments, too, because...
Have we seen any on a best of 7 format, though?
I want to say no. That is such a big mountain to climb there.
I mean, we had a bunch of reverse sweeps in, I think it was PPL 2020, probably. I mean, Foxy had 3 of them himself, but those were all best of 5s. I don't know if we ever have on a best of 7, but I mean, if someone's going to be able to pull it out, Cards is on the list of people you'd think would have a chance. So we'll see how this goes. I think minimum Cards is in the don't get swept category here.
And you were absolutely right earlier saying that a sub 9 is not going to be enough in this matchup. FFR has just been playing so consistent here. He has the potential to even beat his last run here and close it out in this 4-0. But who knows? I guess we'll see it soon. Cards, he's got to focus up, get some luck on his side, but he's got to play absolutely flawless because he can't let this race be decided by luck. He has to be at top performance right now.
Yep, and away we go. Already the deciding round. Who would have thought that race 4 would already be the potential decider? But Cards, this is win or you are out. I mean, down to loser's bracket at least. So he's putting a 15. I fully expect him to be on point through the first 8, maybe 9 stages. When he's playing well, those early stages are very technical and he usually hits right on. So let's see how he's able to do. Cave has been his bane so far, as it is for many runners. That's nothing new that's nothing unique to Cards. That's the nature of this game.
He sent a very early attack with no chains, unless that was a 2-chain at the bottom. But look, all this is going to get cleared now. There's a potential for a random chain. The reds are going to clear at the bottom. And look at that purples as well.
Oh, no. Oh.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I mentioned a little bit earlier. The combos can give you those really peak times, but man, one clear comes out, and just like that, they're over 30 seconds on Bumpty.
Yeah, he saw that he was 2 lines short, dropped that 9 combo that he had queued up, but he was actually 3 lines short, and he ended up 1 short even with the follow, and oh man, FFR getting cleared on a little bit here. chained on a little bit by Poochie. And, and Poochie still not topped off. FFR's going to have to put some work in here to make sure Poochie doesn't get that purple clear. And a 14 from Cards, and away we go. Quick lead change. I don't think it'll be the last.
Ooh, Poochie was scanning tier 3 there. Luckily did not get it, but 38 seconds on Poochie there. Gonna lose him quite a bit of time, as you mentioned, Cards in the lead again.
Oh, I don't think... That's down to 4. I don't think Cards even sent remotely enough on that.
Yeah, there's going to be needed 10 total here since he went all the way down to 2 lines. The follow-up very quick, though. It's going to be a lot separated. The down stack coming in. The Reds got ruined early, but there's still just so many clears coming in from Wiggler.
Random chains. I think he's got enough, but that Wiggler just burned a lot of time.
Yeah, I was afraid if he downstacked one more line, maybe it wasn't enough. I think Cards maybe had one more line sent, but if all that got cleared again, that could have been a lot of trouble.
27 over on FFR's Wiggler, giving him a little bit of trouble as well. Keeping this close. I mean, if he had had a clean Wiggler, we probably would have had a lead change here with how bad that Wiggler treated Cards. So this is really, I mean, I didn't expect this race to be this close. You know, this much back and forth at Wiggler stage. It's usually a few stages later before it really starts getting ugly, but I don't know. My expectations are getting blown out of the water every round here. Oh, FFR. FFR getting dangerously late on that combo clear.
Cards had a 4-line attack there at the beginning of Froggy 2, but had such a quick follow-up that he still managed to get a 17-second attack. So yeah, FFR unfortunate with the clear, but I mean, Cards building out that lead once again here.
Yeah, I said it earlier to Cards, but this time I'm saying it to you, FFR. Don't raise your stack so much, and that's coming from me. Jeez, these guys giving me a heart attack. 16 over there on Cards. That's what he needed. A couple little quick stages to really get him, catapult him into the late mid game here. Let's see if he can knock a couple more out and get into the cave here in a pretty good time.
Nice kill by FFR, 18 seconds. We're gonna need to change the copy pasta to spam these snacks to help delete the stacks.
Yeah, I'm out of the tournament, so we don't need the other copy pasta. So yeah, we need to change it.
Oh, Cards a little bit slow on this, and it gave Fish just enough time to raise the stack. Maybe it won't be too much damage. All right, I think it was only 5 seconds.
This is a massive amount of garbage coming from FFR. He's definitely going to have Fish topped, but Fish doing a lot of clears here is probably going to find the purples and then the greens, so this Fish may go on a little bit here for FFR. He's got him definitely topped, so it's going to end at some point here, but this is Cards' chance. 28, not as bad as that could have been, honestly, over on FFR's side.
That was very pretty. He had 3 different clears across the board there. It was a lag chain and a 6 combo. That was the end result of it.
And he sent 7 lines, but he needed 9. Good follow-up, though. 22, we take those.
Meanwhile, take a look at FFR's side. He's got a chain brewing. Did not have too many combos at the beginning, but he's getting some nice follow-ups. So it was 2 4 combos and a 6 combo that's going to be ending up falling with it.
Yeah, and Cards going into cave right around 5:20 or so. Not as fast as he'd like, but as we mentioned, he may be screen watching and he may know that he's in a decent position. I know he would like faster than that generally, knowing his, his top times, but, knowing that he's got probably 25 seconds up on FFR going into cave, he's got to feel like he's got a chance. I don't know about feeling good, but he feels like he's got a chance.
Cards, he's got a lot sent here at the end, but this, oh yeah, I was gonna say this makes me scared because it came out slow and now it's all combos. All this is gonna fall is they're gonna be in chain, yep, at the very top, and that's probably gonna give Hookbill a lot of time to do some clearing. Let's see if he opts to do a chain. There it is. Oh, so much lag, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, the lag. And we got to clear over on FFR's side, so it's not like Hookbill's really, only hitting Cards here. But, oh, FFR's Hookbill let go sooner. And we've got a lead change right in the cave again. Cards again goes into the cave with a sizable lead, and once again FFR swinging out into the front. Oh, minute 9 on that hook, Bill. Cards is not feeling good about it.
Sadly,
oh man, here we go again.
FFR taking the lead late. And luckily, he had a bit of a lead to begin with there, so it's not going to be that terrible. But still around, it looks like 13 to 14 seconds here. It adds up at the end of the day, and FFR has played pretty consistently on these last 3 stages.
Yeah, he had a really clean-looking lag chain to start that. He's going to get cleared on a little bit here on this plant. Yep, gonna continue to find some stuff. Plant trying to make a combo. Oh no, Plant trying to make a match with the blocks that didn't go through, and that's what eventually did it. But a 23 over on Card's side, and this is real close again.
Cards feeling it just
inside
a
of
little
5
bit more
seconds.
Again. Yeah,
inside of 5 seconds.
Last time we saw this, because they were within maybe like 3 or 2 seconds in the very first race, and we saw Kamek not treat Cards that well at all.
Oh, and FFR did not find a follow-up combo. He's building a decent follow now, but his initial chain did not build the way he wanted to, so he's having to go secondary here, and almost didn't get punished for it. But here goes Kamek. And that's at least a 5 chain, might go 6. Yep,
this
gonna go 6
be like
chain.
A PPL kill,
This is
I think.
gonna be a PPL kill here.
There it is.
This is. Yep.
Oh my God, they're synced up.
The 30 on Card's side. This is almost complete sync. Bowser decider, like exactly.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
God. This is. I really hope Cards can win this. We need one on the board to give us more matches, because these guys
We need
have played
more
so
matches.
close. The scoreline does not deserve to be a 4-0 here. Oh, FFR once again dropping.
Dropped his opening chain once again. Here's his follow. Cards had a quick drop going for the cheese, but Bowser got the clear. He's shaking his head. I think once Bowser gets that initial clear, it's really hard to follow up. But there's clears over on FFR's side, so I don't think it really is going to matter if the quick kill.
All the garbage has been cleared out.
Oh no!
But FFR does not have a lot of panels. Is Bowser topped off? He's not. I think Cards
Bowser's
is at
not
the
the
advantage.
closest. Yep, advantage, but certainly not a given at this point. Bowser with the 4 chain. Ruining the SR kill. Oh, the PPL kill didn't quite go through, but he's got a chance. Oh my gosh! No! Look, 2-second differential.
By 1 frame, technically, FFR won that race because Bowser had the clear at the end, but it was just 1 frame too short. If Bowser got that clear, Cards ends up taking this race.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, Cards took it?
No, FFR took it, but...
Okay, you just said Cards. Okay, on the actual race time, how close was that? Because on stream, that appeared to be less than 1.5 seconds.
It was 2 seconds on race time.
Okay, I mean, I knew our timings were pretty well synced, but I didn't know if they were off a little bit more than we thought. Oh, man. Folks, what you saw is what happened. FFR won it by about 1.5 seconds to crazy Bowser right there.
Let's get those official race times for you guys. 1 second. 9:27 for FFR and a 9:29 for Cards. So I was wrong. A above 9-minute time did end up winning this. But man,
yeah.
a 4-0.
Yeah. You and me both. You and me both. 9:27, 9:29. Wow. I mean, this race deserved to end on a round that close. I don't think anybody expected it to be race 4 with a 4-game sweep for FFR. All right. I mean, this game take and this game give, but here we are. Oh, man. Some of the best performance we've seen in a losing effort so far this tournament from Cards. Yeah, I mean...
He played
FFR,
solid, but at the end of the day, like, those low 8-minute times are so crucial for these late rounds. And despite those being 4 solid times, 8:53 being the fastest, that's not going to win you a lot of matches here.
Well, I mean, you look at it, I mean, that 9:27 that FFR just put up, I mean, Cards has 1 that would tie and 2 that would beat that, but it just happened to fall on the one when he puts a 929. Like, you rearrange those numbers in a different order, and we're 2-2, and we're going to game 6. Like, it's crazy how it goes sometimes, but that's how it does. I mean,
I can't believe I'm saying this. FFR wins 4-0.
Wow. I expected some sweeps in this bracket. I didn't expect that one. Oh my goodness. And Cards, Tay, Yoshi, and winner of 6 tie for the loser quarterfinals line down there. That is spicy.
Think about it this way. If Cards wants to win this tournament now, assuming it shakes out like by seeds for the rest of the tournament, he has to beat Tay, Yoshi, Foxy Man, and then rematch FFR back to back to back to back.
Yeah, or FFR then Foxy, whichever order. But like, yeah, his potential path goes through everybody. Honestly, I mean, look at it this way: if 6 or tie ends up taking out Yoshi, that's still not an easy win for Cards. Like this is brutal. This is brutal. Meanwhile, FFR, I mean, let's not act like facing Foxy's going to be easy. It's not. But that's one match that one of the two of them has to win to go to grand finals. One of the two of them is going to win one match and then just watch this just knock down, drag out loser bracket.
Yeah, this is such a deadly losers bracket right now. I feel for anyone who's sitting down there like Tay-Man, Cards, winner of 6 and tie. They have such a hard path to get back. Even Yoshi, I mean, he lost to Foxy Man. Now he's got to play 2 extra matches than if he were to win it through winners. So Yoshi, I mean, we've seen he can bleed in this event, and I wouldn't even count him as a favorite, kind of. I mean, maybe he technically still is on paper, but that is a long road to go for him.
I still do. I mean, you can't. I mean, look down at that loser quarterfinal. That's our tournament 1 seed, 2 seed, and 3 seed. Like, in losers bracket, they've all lost at least once. This is insanity. Any one of them could go on a run, but at this point, I mean, FFR, Foxy, Yoshi is kind of the maybe 1, 2, 3. You can argue about order, but I mean, we came into this tournament thinking that those 5 would kind of be duking it out, and with Yoshi sitting on top. Like, but this game is deciding otherwise for us, and that's why we play. After the chalkiest of chalk pools, our bracket has gone pure chaos. 6, where are you at? What spell did you cast? And I love it. Our champion of chaos there, 6. Always pulling for chaos. Well, here we are. We have it. Oh man.
Well, it's been such a great weekend. Yeah, I don't think words can put it into what exactly has taken place. It's been such good matches, and we have one more left for you this weekend, and possibly could top out the rest of that has happened. Even though I can't even speak properly. That's how good the matches have been. But yeah, we're gonna be seeing 6 versus tie in that last match there.
And this one's I mean, the one that we just watched is spicy. It knocked someone from a very good position in the winner's bracket into a very tough position in loser's bracket. But this next match is in loser's bracket, which means it's a win or go home. Or, just having already been through my loser's bracket round yesterday and being eliminated, this is gonna be clench for both of them, and we'll see who's able to clutch it out, because this is going to be a really good matchup. I think since we did the seeding, this has been the presumed matchup, for quite a while. The 6 and 7, you expect them to meet, and the two of them have been through qualifiers, through pools. They've been playing very even, and it's really going to be a great one to watch. I'm excited for it.
For sure. And if you are watching with us live, stick around. That will be coming up in about 15 to 20 minutes. But if you've been watching with us on YouTube, that will be it for today's broadcast. I mean, final thoughts on that, TA? Like, I can't put into words how close it was, but it was still a 4-0 that occurred.
Yeah, and I mentioned it before. I mean, you reorganize those 4 times, and you can have a 2-2, and we're still watching gameplay. I mean, as luck would have it, it fell the way it did. FFR played fantastic in the game 2 and game 3, and just, you know, put himself in such a position. I think Cards felt like he had to press a little bit there in game 4, and he did. And he still almost got it. I mean, there's no more fitting finish for that somehow sweep. I don't know how either of us, anybody expected that to be that, but I think no more fitting finish than that really close, tight finish there on game 4. And I said it at the beginning, I don't think the sweep changes my mind. There's a very good chance that these two play again before this tournament's out.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I mean, just one of those races goes a little bit different. You get FFR trolled maybe on one more stage, we could be talking about an entirely different result today. And it would not shock me to see Cards run it back, even make an upset on Yoshi himself later on. He's got a tall order in front of him, but
yes,
if there's one person who can do it, it's definitely Cards.
Yeah, and FFR sitting there, you know, in that match with Foxy, that's going to be a match to watch. I think that's the losers bracket spicy. There's definitely going to be some drama there, but that's my big takeaway with the way FFR played today, the way Foxy played yesterday. I mean, that's going to be a match to watch for sure.
We'll know soon enough. I mean, we're going to have plenty of weeks still left in this tournament to figure out what will be the results of those matches. But stick around once again. If you are watching live, we got 6 versus tie coming up on YouTube. That'll be it for our broadcast today. I've been BB Forky, joined alongside Tetris Attacker, and thanks for watching, everyone.
Happy puzzling.